channel today. What's up guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I do my crochet braids, I guess. Hopefully somebody finds some useful tips or a braid pattern, anything that may be useful from this video. Let's get into it.
You can use whatever edge control you like, and I'm using 5 packs of the Crochet Braiding here in Water Wave. I'm going to start by combing out my hair and sectioning off where I'm going to have my part. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a perimeter braid. And I think the curly crochet braids are not the same without a perimeter braid. It just helps it look a lot fuller to me. You are doing your braid around the perimeter, please be careful. I had a bad experience where I had absolutely no edges, and look, it's not because of my edges that my forehead is this big. Like, yeah, it's really this big. Yeah, it really is. And I mean, my edges were so gone, like my forehead was literally a flat screen TV. I had searched for protective styles that can, help grow back your edges. When I went into the hair store, I saw this hair and immediately I was like, so I've been wearing it for a year straight and my edges are back and healthy. Now I'm doing the second braid and I'm going to connect the first braid to the second braid. So I'll show you how I do that, but I won't do all of my braids on camera. I'll come back and show you how I do the wide braid once I'm done with the straight back braid. Moving on to the wide braid, I part this section into a small section and then I part that section into 2 small sections. And then I braid both of them to the back, and I'm going to just clip them off until I part out my 1 single braid in the back. My hands get so freaking tired when I am braiding my hair. Sometimes I have to take a damn break because I obviously like my arms are strong as fuck from braiding. That's what I believe because I don't work out. So make sure you cross the braids when you're doing the wide braid, because if you don't, it will not look like a part. So make sure you cross them when you're doing the braid before you start doing the single braid behind those 2 braids, or the single braid going down the back. Either way, crisscross the braids before you start braiding it down to the back. Now I'm just going to do the perimeter braid on the other side and then a couple of braids to the back, and then I'll be back after I'm finished. Now I'm going to tack the braids down until I feel like they're 100% secure, because this is the part that lifts first when you have them in. And I usually wear my braids for like a month, because I mean, the nappier you get, the better it look to me. So I usually wear them for a month, and the back starts to lift too much, so I make sure I tack it down a whole lot. So now right here, I'm going to show you more in depth what I meant when I say make sure that you do the back, the braid is going straight to the back before you do the perimeter braid. Now I cut the 1 long strand into 2 because I'm going to use this as a guideline when I start cutting. Now here's the part. I only got a couple of good braids or crochets done because my camera got really blurry and I didn't realize it. So this is the only part that is really clear. So I really apologize about that, but hey, I remember next time. So this is the finished look before I cut it. So yeah, I'm going to take the length off the bottom because I'm not going to wear it this long. But just keep in mind, when you are cutting it, it's going to get shorter and shorter. So if you do want it to be a lot longer than that, don't cut off any of the length. Pretty much don't cut off the length at the beginning. I like mine to be shoulder length. So me cutting off the length, I'm starting at the guideline, well, underneath the guideline, and I'm rounding it out. I am not dragging my shears. I'm using a cut motion when I'm going down the hair. And also I just keep pulling the hair out so I can see what I need to cut off. And I call that judging. I don't know what everybody else call that. Put it in the comment section below what I call it judging. When you pull your hair out or you shake your hair with your hands. So I call it judging until you don't see that many imperfections in the hair. You keep judging as you cut. Also cut the hair in the front downward too. It doesn't matter if you're wearing it in your face or you're wearing the part. Just cut it downward so it can look like more of a natural look instead of a blunt cut. Now you can kind of see the roundness all coming together, but I'm going to keep cutting because it's not the way that I want it, and obviously the back is too long. So I'm going to keep cutting until I get it right, but in the meantime, I'm going to keep jigging until I get comfortable at to where it is, where I feel like I don't need to cut it anymore. Yeah, it definitely wouldn't have been me if I didn't add a little ratchet to this tutorial. Everybody know I'm ratchet, okay? I am going to part my hair and then I'm going to finish cutting it round, just so if I decided to wear the part, I could, and it'll still be round without me having to tweak it. You see how much cutting I'm doing just to get it right? Like, it is no amount of time, it's no limit, it's not about how much needs to be cut off. It's all about personal preference on how you want your hair to look, how big you want your crochet braids to be. So yeah, now I'm gonna cut the strands off the back just to make sure it's pretty much even, and spray my hair with some oil, and yeah. And that's all she wrote. Thank you so much for tuning in to my video. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video.